Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
I don't know. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty season 4, episode 1. Today I'm gonna watch 3 episodes. I'm gonna begin really this season 4 and I'm glad, I'm excited. You guys, right now, you're still discovering the season 6. First, I'm trying my best to not have spoilers about what you are discovering right now, and it's really hard. In fact, you know, at first, when I discovered the first season, I was like, okay, this is a show, like, I'm not gonna have any spoilers about it on the comments, like, it's gonna be easy, it's not that kind of shows, and in fact, yes, it is. So, I'm forced to avoid spoilers on Twitter and stuff like that because you guys, you are discovering the season 6 right now. And also, I'm still fighting to upload all of these videos about Rick and Morty. Like, I fought for all of the episodes of the season 3, and I think that because of that, you're gonna have all of them, at least on YouTube, with a weird opacity thing and with really being forced to cut a lot into it each 5 seconds. I think that I ended by doing something like that. Like really, I tried everything. I tried to edit, read it each episode, and you know, when I began to have like 10 versions and sometimes more like 15 versions for an episode, I was like, that's it, I'm gonna try something else. So I tried to play with opacity. It worked, but not really. So I tried to edit it more, you know, that for the fair use rules, what I decided to do on my channel is to keep less than 10 minutes and each time less than 8 seconds of a scene. For Rick and Morty now, I'm forced to do it with 5 seconds of a scene. So I know that I could be like, okay, don't be frustrated, you have, you know, your Patreon. On your Patreon they have the versions that you wanted to offer to them, and it's true, on my Patreon you have full reaction parts for big episodes, you have extended reaction parts with the entire scene and really with full opacity and stuff like that. But still, it's a little annoying to be forced to do something like that, and I noticed, you know, that I began to have issues with my videos about Rick and Morty only when the new season began on Netflix, so I cannot wait for this new season to end, truly, to not have to avoid spoilers on Twitter, but also maybe to not have to fight for my videos about Rick and Morty. Wish me luck with that, and I really hope that it's gonna be like that, or maybe it was only for the season 3, you know, that I could have issues like that, but it began also already with the last episode of the season 2, so I don't know anymore. Really, guys, just wish me luck to have more luck with my reaction videos about this season 4 and the next seasons that I'm gonna discover. And really, if you want the versions that I wanted to offer to you guys, it's on my Patreon. It's also the best way to support me. That's it, it's said. Now I can say again how much I loved the last episode of the season 3, even if during the editing I saw things that I'm not like, yes, there are great things, but they can change so many things. And they change, in fact, my way to consider the end of the season 3. Yes, it's about Beth. It's about the fact that I thought that Beth truly wanted to stay with her family, decided that she couldn't leave because she loved them so much and stuff like that. I thought that Rick was sincere during the last episode by saying that no, Beth was not a clone, and yes, I really thought that she decided to stay and that he was sincere. saying that she was not a clown. But when I edited these videos, I began to be less sure of it, clearly because of how ended episode 9, the fact that we are seeing Beth hesitating about it, and at the end suddenly she's not talking about it anymore and nothing is changing and she's just having a good time with her kids. And after that, during the last episode of the season 3, the episode 10, we have her acting weirdly with Summer, you know, these clothes that she accepted to pay, to buy. Okay, because of that, Summer said you changed and Beth began to consider that maybe she's a clown and stuff like that. But the fact is that still at the beginning you were okay to let her buy these clothes, and like Beth changed since she divorced and since she began to question her life and stuff like that, but that much. And you know, the fact even that at the end she's deciding to be against Rick, at least to choose her family over Rick, I'm glad. That's what I wanted for her, to realize how much her family counts and that her relationship with Rick, like it is right now, it's toxic. And the fact that before that we had all of that episode with Beth, you know, discovering, you know, about that other land where her father was putting her where they left Tommy and stuff like that. I really thought that Beth was beginning to realize that her relationship with Rick is wrong and that things needs to change, she needs to fix limits, stuff like that. So when she decided that at the end of the season 3, I was like, that's it, we're into that. But now that I really have doubts about is she a clone or not, I'm like, in fact, maybe she is a clone and that's why she made that decision, like, not so easily, but almost so quickly. But why Rick would accept that? Why Rick wouldn't say anything about the fact that she's a clone, about the fact that she's deciding that? Why would he accept also to stay right there lying about his own identity, with all of them making fun at him? If it's because she's truly Beth and he doesn't want to leave her, yes, even if it's a little weird. But maybe she's truly a clone and he's just staying there because he's waiting for his real daughter to come back, because he thinks that when his real daughter is gonna come back, things are gonna change. See? I have real doubts about the fact that Beth right there is really Beth, and I have a lot of reasons to believe that it's a clone. So, for the beginning of this season 4, clearly I want to have answers about that. I want to discover also what the real Beth did during that time. For the other characters, Summer, I said it, nothing is really happening to Summer. She's not interesting, you know, for evolution or stuff like that, but she's gonna survive to everything. And it's more for the other characters, like Jerry. I would want to see him evolving during this season. Like, for now, he evolved, yes, but more because of his relationship with Beth, because of his relationship with his kids. I want Jerry to evolve for himself, you know, inside, like all of that thing about him being lame, being a coward and all. Yes, he is, but you know how much I love Jerry, so it's a little rough for me to say it, but still it's something that I want him to change. I want him to be braver, you know, to stand up for himself, and I think that he can do it. So maybe for this new season, Morty, please. You know, Morty, with time, little by little, he was tired of Rick's bullshit, he was killing more and more people, he finally gave up totally on Rick, saying that he was taking all of his family out for them to be safe, to be away, you know, really far away from Rick. I'm scared for their relationship, Morty, I'm scared for him to get angrier, to get more violent, but it seems that he didn't choose that path, you know, at the end of the season 3. He didn't choose violence, but he chose what was best for his family, to just escape, you know, something like that. So it gave me a little of hope for that, for Morty's evolution. We'll see. Rick, for sure, I want to know stuff about his past, about his original story, why he left, why he came back in Beth's life when she was young. You know my theory about it, the fact that his real Beth and wife died, the Rick that we know, and he wants on another reality in which that other Rick, you know, left for good or died, so he could replace that Rick and have a new Beth, a new family. And that's why when he switched reality after that another time, he was not that disturbed about it like Morty was, because Rick did it before. So I would want a confirmation of that, or I just want other clues or the real answer about that. A lot of things that I want, and I know that I'm not gonna have that right there for this episode 1, but it's my wishes, you know, for this season 4, like to have the real answer about Rick. I think that we're not gonna have it at the end of the show. Like, I think that they're gonna give it little by little, or they're gonna give it at some point, maybe at the end of one season, a cliffhanger or something like that. We'll see. And I'm gonna see that right now because I'm gonna watch 3 episodes today. That's gonna be cool. Okay, let's go for this episode. All of that thing about the fact that you have my Patreon on which you can have this episode in extended or full reaction parts with full opacity, with not that many cuts and stuff like that. I did it before. Sooner during this intro. Let's go for this episode.
Thank you for talking to Rick. All right,
But he's not really there.
My Amazon wish list. Let's go, Morty.
Dad, there's a way we do this now.
Morty, would you please accompany me?
You said,
Thank you for
please?
asking. Yes, I will do that.
You asked?
It is a hot photo. Dad, you hardly put any syrup on.
Honey, stop raising your father's cholesterol so you can take a hot funeral selfie.
Never get to do anything.
Ah! Se meurt.
Who are those guys?
Crystal poachers. There's no lower form of life. They think the galaxy's their own personal piggy bank.
Why are you putting that right there?
I can show you when the other guy's reloading. Certain death, certain death, certain death, uncertain death. Definitely gonna get shot by this guy. This is totally my fate. Nothing I can possibly do. Okay, now not so much.
Okay, you're using it to see the future. The immediate one, but also the one really far.
Oh my god. Jessica. Oh.
You were with Jessica and she was older?
I want to die with Jessica. Can I drive?
Why?
The feel of the open road?
All right. Who's this grandson? Morty, your power space is up, right?
Yeah, I'm just following my instinct.
I'm not sure you're doing that right. I think that he wants to follow the path. No, it didn't happen. No, it didn't happen.
Morty.
I will avenge my dad.
Holy shit!
I'm a crisis detection and correction hologram generated by a chip that real Rick put in your spine.
What?
Do me a solid, problematic wordplay aside. Grab the gun with the blue handle from the trunk and get a tissue sample from the corpse.
You're gonna create a clone based on you?
See, you appear to be holding a death crystal that's guiding your decisions more than I am. That's your right.
If he's making you come back, he can't have that life with Jessica, so...
I'm programmed for tolerance, Morty, so I'm willing to accept that you're doing this if you're willing to accept that you need to stop.
First episode of the season 3, he almost killed Rick, but it was on purpose, right there. He really killed him. It was not on purpose, but it doesn't want to make him come back.
I'm you. I took my own clone bat offline a couple seasons ago, so I think my backup got rerouted to your universe. By the way, annoying that I even have to ask, but you are down with fascist dystopias, right? Yes. And yes was pretty liberal with the letter Y.
Well, I trust the kind of strange that makes Rick
Rick and Morty stronger.
Morty. Fascist Morty.
Obviously, the most likely imposter is the wet naked clone. It is obvious, but it won't be to the police.
Oh.
He was an inferior Rick. He was too political. I want to have fun, classic Rick and Morty adventures like in the old days. Just need to get to Fort Bojalon front. You don't go where I want you to go. Fuck.
What's that?
I usually keep a V6 box in my glove compartment, so maybe fascist Rick does too. Ah, well look at that. Mr. Macy! Kill this Nazi prick!
I think it didn't go well, but not because of the Mi-6. You died also?
Oh, come on, man. Are you okay? Yeah, sorry. I'm a Rick from another reality. I got uploaded to your clone vat. Are you making clones down here? Get out of here. Stop asking stupid questions, Morty. Get the fuck out. You sound like a piece of shit. Oh, jeez. Honestly, you're doing me a huge favor by being shrimp instead of fascists. What? God damn it, when did this shit become the default?
Can be fascist. Oh, you already rules squirrels, now twins.
What's with the strut? You think you own the school? Nope. So why don't you do what I do and just go with the flow? Nice and zen, baby.
Maybe he's gonna die? Oh no, he's really gonna kill you.
Please tell me you're not hitting that crystal again. You're gonna be a lot happier if you focus on the moment rather than on how you're gonna die. We'll be worried about that. I'm going with the crystal on this one.
To have something to defend yourself against. Oh, the other guy, okay.
This too fascistish? Nope.
That was a good one. And you're not gonna cut for me.
Shield me from the law! Yes, sir.
It's just an excuse to make the Mi-6 come back this episode. How can we repair all of that?
I will always remember our time in Peru, Your Honor.
Those were my husband's last words.
He says that he loves you. Arrow, Sparrow. He loves you, little Sparrow.
It hurts to see you
Innocent.
like that. What?
Frequencies that just came out of his mouth have made me. I think we're just about ready to forgive him.
Okay, so we're gonna resolve and repair the situation like that.
A bunch of us girls were gonna go skinny dipping later if you wanted to join. Actually, now, really, we're gonna do it right now.
I'm assuming we maybe get together in our 40s?
Not before that?
Moving in ways that lead to dying with you.
It's a little sad, no?
Wasp, Hitler, what? What the fuck? Where's that shit coming from? Let's lay our eggs in their eyeballs so that our young can feast on their brains when they hatch. When you're born that big an asshole, now come have dinner with my beautiful family. And
Yeah.
drop the Hitler stuff. Wasp Morty's been on some crazy message boards.
Your eating is makes sense in a weird way.
After dinner, can I maybe borrow Morty to help the lost Rick get back to his primate-based
Are
reality?
you done with your homework?
Not all of it.
Sorry, Dad.
You're still asking and you're polite
Wasps, not wasps.
and you're not forced to ask.
Guess I don't have it as bad as I thought. Morty!
And it's gonna
Morty!
serve you as an example,
So you
right?
can go through my stuff. He took my Mi-6 boxes! All that's left of these shitty Kirkland brand Mi-6 boxes.
Red!
Damn, your Morty sucks.
Ah!
Wasp! Why the hell didn't you show Morty how to bring my body back to life? What happened? Where's my body? Ugh, you're gonna love this.
Morty. I said in the intro I was not so worried about him. I had a little hope.
What do you know? A little Morty knows how to scream. You're blocked.
save you from yourself?
How am I gonna die? Shh, quiet, idiot, quiet.
You don't want to know.
Alright, I don't get to know how you're gonna die. This fucking barrel fluid's wrapping around my legs. Fuck, I can feel. I have mass. What the fuck? I thought you were proud to be a hologram. That's because I had to fucking be one. Shit.
You're gonna die! You used your...
There's a lesson here, and I'm not the one that's gonna figure it out. I guess I gotta learn how to live in the moment a little more. Oh boy, so you actually learned something today? What is this, Full House?
No, you learned something also.
Oh, real nice, Rick. Turning our son into an Akita?
Real. Eat my ass, Jerry.
This family has a clean start. I don't know if adventures fit into my son's life.
I'm fine. Get off Rick's back. It was all on me.
Yes,
Well,
and you
all
did
right,
bad
Morty.
stuff.
I guess as long as you're okay, that's all we care.
No, you should punish him.
What we learned is to split the diff. From now on, Rick and Morty doing a little of this and a little of that. Yeah, sometimes we'll do classic stuff. Other times we won't even do anything. Rick and Morty not doing anything. 100 years. Push it to the limit. Rick and Morty pushing it to the limit.
It's great for your relationship, I think. But what happened during this episode?
I didn't say anything. I was just playing along with you guys.
You know I record everything, right? Garage, isolate Summer's voice.
You guys can get married and like suck each other off in a testosterone out of fucking third
What
grade.
the hell, Summer? That's disgusting.
She's really beginning to be so funny,
Just want to be a part of the
Get the
fun.
fuck out of here! Get out of here, Summer! Fucking disgusting! You ruined the season 4 premiere!
This episode, guys.
I know exactly what I want to do.
Nursery.
I
I thought about it.
I'm gonna look at their name tags and I'm gonna say, I love you, followed by whatever it says on their name tag.
What the fuck? Hey, Morty, quick
Guessed
favor.
it.
Cover me in gasoline and spiders? Fine, yeah, I'm in. Wasn't my first pitch, but hey, not gonna waste this opportunity.
Okay, that was a little sad, but a good homage. Oh, again during the intro I missed an occasion to just shut the fuck up. Really, me during the intro, you know, I'm worried about Morty's evolution, the fact that he can get angrier, I'm worried about his relationship with Rick. He began to be tired of his bullshit, he gave up on him several times, he almost killed him at some point, but at the end he preferred to escape from a situation, to make his family safer, you know, and to go away from Rick, so maybe, no, Morty is going on the right path, you know, and he's not gonna get more violent and stuff like that. Really, beginning of the season 3, he almost killed Rick, but he wanted to kill Rick. Beginning of this season 4, he truly killed Rick, but it was not on purpose. But during the entire episode, he didn't want to make Rick come back. Okay, he had his reasons, but at the end of the day, he didn't want his grandpa to come back. He preferred to consider his interests, you know. He didn't think about Rick, about his life, about what Rick wanted. He didn't think about his family, about Beth, Summer, you know. Jerry is not a fan of Rick, but the two girls, what they would think of that. He didn't consider all of that, he just thought about himself and about finishing his life with Jessica. And not dying younger and stuff like that. Like, okay, really, he had his reasons and good reasons. I'm not saying the contrary. I'm just saying that you killed Rick, not on purpose, but you killed him, and you didn't want him to come back. Even if at the end of this episode, you know, they're finishing like that, like, we're gonna go on adventures together, that's gonna be so great, things are gonna be different, but that's gonna be so cool, and you'll see, we're gonna do stuff, and really, you know, that ending scene, the fact that he's discovering that, in fact, Jessica said that to him because he was dying in an hospice and she was a nurse. Like, truly, I thought about it during the episode, but I didn't say it. you're gonna go with your grandpa even more, like without thinking about that death thing, because you know that you're never gonna have Jessica, and you know that that death in fact is not that great, that cool. I'm still worried for their relationship, even with this aunt, and for Morty's evolution. You know, I was scared of him getting more violent and all. He destroyed the city. He went, you know, on that hero trip. He finished like that, all alone into the desert, being eaten by that thing. That thing which is not a thing, you know, which didn't have any mind, any purpose. Really, I should shut the fuck up during the intro, but at least you know how my thoughts are evolving and all. Before this episode I was like, okay, I'm worried about Morty's evolution, I saw him taking really bad decisions, but the end of the season 3 gave me hope on the fact that maybe he can change, you know, like he can choose another path. This episode ruined my little hope about Morty. About Rick, I'm surprised. All of this episode, you know, the fact that he tried to come back on all of these realities, that was fun, all of these realities. But you took a lesson during this adventure, Rick. You learned that right there. This family being together like that, reunited, with a Rick who is asking to Beth the right to take Morty on an adventure, and politely, it's working, it's functioning, you saw it in front of your eyes. That can be great for Rick to learn to do that. Again, the fact that I'm not sure that that Beth is the real Beth and it's not Beth's clone, this episode didn't change that. And I think that none of the episodes that I'm gonna watch today, you know, I'm gonna watch 2 more episodes, is gonna change that. I think that if we have the answer about that, if it's really Beth's clone, it's gonna be at the end of the season. For, you know, the season that I watch right now. Summer is really beginning to be the funnier character of this show in a weird way, but she's always there to put the right joke, like, yes, the fact that she farted like that during the episode 10 of the season 3, see, I'm still laughing about it. It was so out of context, you know, during the moment, and oh, she got me, she totally got me, and right there, again, she did something which was out of context, not expected at all. And you know, it's not weird situations like the other ones, the other characters that are doing, and oh, it's really jokes, you know, like funny lines, funny jokes that she's saying on purpose to be fun, you know. Jerry is back. Jerry, you know, he responded like that to Rick. I want to say that Beth, she forced Rick to obey to the new rules and all, but again, the fact that I'm not sure that she's a real Beth, it's blocking me a little to be like, yes, she put limits and she's making Rick respecting these limits. That's so great, go for it, Beth, you're changing and this relationship is changing, is so good. Now that I don't know if it's a real Beth, it's a little rough for me to consider it, you know. But all of this episode, you know, with Mr. Mystics, with all of the clown situations, all of the other realities situation, during this episode we had a lot of winks but also reminders of stuff from the past. Maybe because, you know, the writers, they're gonna want to reuse them during this season for the story, to serve the story. I'm beginning to imagine something like that, you know, the fact that they're coming back, maybe other stuff from the past, you know, can come back. Like, I want news about Morty's Jr. I didn't forget that Morty had a child. I want news in a really weird way about Hitler, Stalin person. I want news about either Morty, for sure. I don't want news about Mr. Putty or something like that. Some of you are really glad in a way that I hate Mr. Putty Orm because it seems to really not be something like... It seems that I'm the only one who doesn't like this character, so some of you are like, ah, it's fun the fact that you hate him that much. And some of you are just like, why, like, are defending him so much on the comments each time? What can I tell you if not the fact that his voice is really, really annoying, and the fact that all of his episodes, you know, the Parasite episode, he tried to trap our guys with all of these fake people, you know, to make them stay into the house, to trap them, and after that he played with their feelings, he played with stuff. No, just know, like, this person was not there into the family before, he's a parasite, like the definition of a parasite. Something which is sticking like that on you even if you don't want it. And for me, during this episode, it was a representation of a parasite into the real life, you know, the toxic, manipulative people who are doing stuff like that. So for his episode, what he did, truly, the facts, also for what he represents, what I can see into his character, for his voice, who is so annoying, for also how he was acting, you know, like at the end of the season 2, that thing, you know, like, oh, let's wait for the season 3, like, he was on drugs, and at the end of the season 3, like, do I really want news about you? No. Like, I want to see other characters from the past, but not you. We already saw you again, that's it. We already had news about you. That was just a little thing, you know, I thought about it right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I'm gonna watch 2 more episodes today. For you, it's gonna be on another video. So it's all for you for today, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.